Sunday morning, rain or shine, gotta make the game on time. All week long, gotta train, cause I'm better than the rest. Alright, alright. Match a start, feeling good, rival team is raving too. On the field, think of you, trainer says some love tonight. Alright, alright.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Solar Rush Soccer Report, coming to you live from the studios of CTV. And once again, we've got another exciting show coming to you today. I think we had a great day of soccer going on. Always alongside me, my co-host, assistant coach, Frank Tricomi. Frank, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here once again, John.
What's going on? Anything interesting?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, obviously, like you said, big day for soccer.
Yeah.
With the Champions League.
We got the Champions League going on. Second, actually, the round of 16 started yesterday. But before we get into that good stuff, Frank, we're gonna obviously stick with the Richmond Town Rush. Give a little bit of an update. Not really much going on with the Rush, and also with your club with the Rampage, the U6 boys. And we're hoping to get into the March Madness.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, I believe it's March 16th. Waiting on the parents to get back to me, let me know if we want to participate in that tournament. As you know, the Winter Classic was a flop for the Richmond Town Rush, but the girls had fun. You know.
Yeah.
As far as wins and losses went,
yeah.
You know, it didn't go our way, but it's good to see other clubs winning. You know.
Yeah, you know what? It creates...
Most notably, the St. Charles team won that U9 indoor tournament, so it's good to see them.
Yeah, you know, you definitely got to tip your cap to them. You know, they played well in the tournament. A little bit of a shock, you know, considering, you know, how strong the Rush has been, how strong Patrides has been, you know. But, you know what? Like I said, you got to tip your cap to them. They did win, I think, the second division title. I think the previous season.
They were Division II champions in the springtime, right?
So, so that's got to say something. They moved up to Division I,
right,
and they proved that they're hanging with the big boys, or big girls, so to speak.
Yeah, big girls in our case, because we're coaching girls. But our division, the Division I belongs to us. So no one could touch that right now.
Yeah, you know, as far as outdoors, yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that was a great tournament. I stuck around and watched the end, the end results, and they played well. It goes to show you come to play, you're ready to play. Sky's the limit, pretty much.
Yeah.
So we'll focus on the next tournament we got coming up. It's March Madness, they're calling it.
Yes.
And I know you got. Actually, let's back up. Winter Classic. How did you boys do on that?
We went 4-2-1.
Okay.
With the lone loss. No, wait a minute. 4-1-2. I'm sorry. 4-1-2. We played 7 games.
Nice.
With the lone loss coming from the St. Charles Soccer Club, ironically enough. Again, you know what I noticed about the Rampage? A little bit like the Rush. You know, sometimes slow in starting, especially like games, as well as, in a 40-minute game, which you say sometimes we start slow, as well as a tournament where the first couple of games, you shake off the rust a little bit. I believe that's where most our loss and our ties came from, the beginning. And then we finished strong. We beat, offhand, I know we did beat the 2 other Richmond Town teams. The Richmond Town.
Well, go easy. Don't let, Bill Smith might be watching this.
Well, it was a 1-0 game against the Richmond Town. Was it the Rockettes? I think it was the Rockettes.
The girls, right?
Yeah, I think we beat them 1-0, the girls team.
Yes.
and we beat the Richmond Town Eliminators, I think, by a score of 3-0. We had a big game.
My memory serves me right. That's your former coach, right?
Yes.
Assistant coach.
Yes.
Right? That coach.
Yes, we actually held one practice together, and the team was split.
Split up. Okay.
I kept the Rampage. He took on the Eliminators. We had a big game from number 20, Mateo. I think he scored all 3 goals in that game.
Right.
And, everybody else,
Oh, they had
played
fun.
well.
It sounds like a fun day for you guys. That was good.
They did have fun. We played 7 games, and I played 7 different goalies.
Right. Oh,
Out of
that's
8 or 9
Yeah, that's
boys,
what you're
so,
supposed to do. You mix
you
it
know
up. You know what? Speaking of, just a lot of people say just have fun with them and all that, but the girls at our age with the rush, they know wins and losses already. You can't fool them anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say it's pat them on the back, and they it shows on their face.
Yeah.
The losses, and a couple of girls, as you know, that they took it a little hard because we didn't win a game. I don't even think we scored a goal.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think we did. We didn't even score a goal in 6 games. So there you go.
It's
I mean, what could you do when you don't play for 3 months, and then you come and you expect,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's not easy to do that either,
And the indoor game is just a totally different animal.
Right.
Take for example last season in the March Madness, we played a great game against Our Lady Star of the Sea.
Right.
And then once the outdoor season started, they were pretty much nowhere to be found at the top of the standing. So, that tournament, a lot of times is about who's hot that day,
Who's rolling?
which way the ball bounces. The ball moves fast.
Yeah, the indoor
You know?
gym, it's a wooden floor, so the ball's just going to go a lot faster. I think the older you get, the better you can adapt yourself to the gym.
Yeah, I noticed that the rush has definitely gotten a lot better since we started.
Well, we went to Brooklyn. We played them well.
Yeah.
And that's in the gym, the same type of atmosphere, That was a 1-1 tie back in December, I believe, right?
Yeah, I
We
believe
tied.
so.
We came back and tied that game up. I think. If
I
my
believe
memory
so.
serves, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, we have experience playing indoors, but I think the layoff hurts a little bit too. That's big. We don't have any place to practice with the girls
Yeah.
during the winter time. So what do? It's like you go full speed ahead for the springtime, right? You're practicing 2-3 times a week, and then come the end of June, they're done. Well, with the summertime, you can always practice, but in November, it's it. You're done.
Yeah.
What do you do? A lot of these, a lot of parents, we don't really go for the indoor.
Yeah.
Right? We tried that a few times, and
Yeah, we tried,
no success, really.
I know between, obviously, me and you, just checking.
I think if they would have
places
went
out.
to an indoor season instead of just having a one-day tournament, like just have an indoor season throughout the whole winter.
Yeah,
That
that
should-
would be nice.
Like they do in Brooklyn.
That'd be nice.
Like the Fial does in Brooklyn. Just have an indoor season instead of just a one-day tournament, and you keep the kids busy all year round. Except you're giving them the 2 months off for the summertime,
Yeah.
July and August. The people want to go away and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Or even if you take, let's just say for argument's sake, you take December off. Because you figure,
Well, you're
The
gonna have.
holiday time, you
There's
get
gonna be
people-
plenty of weeks off.
But-
You're gonna have Christmas off. You'll have
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Whenever the schools are closed, basically,
Yeah.
you have the time off. It's the same. You'll have plenty of time.
I guess it would be problematic figuring out a place to play, because I'm sure Patrides isn't always available.
Oh.
Although
I'm
they
sure
do,
Patrides won't mind having an indoor season.
although come to think of it, they do run these tournaments for 3 or 4 weekends out of a month,
There's always something going on. over there.
January and March. So I guess they would have the time.
I think they'd probably benefit more if they had an indoor season. And they can also run it from Friday. You're obviously going to need more days, so I would even go Thursday nights to Sunday.
Yeah.
And they could probably fit every age group in there
Yeah.
and get it done.
I think.
You could just stick with one school. I think one school will be fine. But hey, who am I to say that? I'm just
Yeah.
a TV host here. I'm nobody. So, all right, moving along. So your boys did well.
Yeah.
They hey, 1 loss in 7 games.
Yeah. Can't complain.
Who won that tournament? Oh, there's no really winners in it, right?
No,
There's no first
there's
place.
no-
Okay. All right. But still a good tournament for them, for the boys. What's up next for your?
Well, the boys have been practicing for the winter. We got
So you did get the gym
rental.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let us know about that. How'd that go?
Right now we're going to the Victory Sports Arena.
Okay.
I think we got an 8 or 10 week contract with them.
Okay.
An hour a week, Saturday mornings, just to keep them fresh. You know, the boys are still young, so a lot of things are new to them. You know, some of them are first time, and some of them, the fall was their first season. We have about 5 or 6 returning players out of the 12 that are on the team, 12 or 13, I believe it is. So we do have, I think it might be 5, 6, or 7, somewhere around there. Okay. So, you know, it keeps the ball rolling for those players as well as the new players. It gives them a chance.
Right.
You know, since the season was cut short too, they only got 6 games. I did try to run as many practices as I could during the fall. You know, sometimes we did 1 a week, sometimes I squeezed in 2. But it just kind of kept that continuity going. You know, I understand it's hard. Some people, you know, in the winter, you know, kids get sick who went away for President's Day weekend. But I'm trying the best I can. And you know what? If 5 players show up, that's individual attention for them.
Right.
If I have 3 coaches.
It's more focused on the 5. You know, it's instead of having the 15 or whatever you have on your roster there.
So we're gonna do that. We did that from the middle of January through the middle of March.
Right.
And then we're going to just get rolling outdoors. Obviously.
The rush is set up for March 23rd to hit outdoors.
Yeah.
In an undisclosed location right now.
You know.
You know, unfortunately, you know, we'll just jump right into it now. Miller Field is unusable. We can't, you know, we were not allowed to go on to Miller from what I'm hearing right now. And still, no updates, Frank. I've been trying to contact, you know, people at the Staten Soccer League to try and get some kind of update so I could share it with everyone on the island. And I'm not getting anywhere yet with them. So, but I did find out a little bit that we are going to have a season. That's the good thing.
Yes.
The thing is, we just don't know where the games. I'm sure they're going to be scattered around the island right now. So, well, we'll just wait. You know, we have to just sit and wait. The good thing is they're probably working on locations right now, and be patient. And
yeah, I'm sure, you know, with all the locations that they have, Miller Field is a big blow. I understand that, but not to oversimplify things. But there are other fields, you know. It may be squeezing a little bit,
right?
You know, but yeah, I think. Obviously, and they feel the same way that the season will be played. So that's definitely a good thing.
Right.
You know, practice might be a little bit problematic. You know, people have these top secret locations.
It's funny that we bumped into someone just tonight alone. We bumped into. We're not going to mention any names, but and then I asked them where are they practicing, and they're saying this. I'm not telling you where I'm practicing. Wow, it's come down to this.
It's like everyone's like, what's it, a secret agent? Everyone's part of like the CIA or something.
You know, Staten Island Soccer League, if anyone is watching, really, no one wants to give up their practice locations. I mean, what are we playing for here? Are we getting, you know what I mean? That's what it's come to. We got to really, I mean, I think something's really has to get done quick.
I will say the one thing that's kind of unfortunate about it is that, you know, I think the biggest thing that's going to be taken away, not playing at Miller Field, is if people are scattered for practice, there's not going to be as many of those scrimmages where you bump into someone at Miller Field.
Right, yeah.
Hey, you want to play? Because if someone's playing in the schoolyard over here and someone's playing in the park over here, you know.
It's not as easy because the fields are already set up. The goalpost at Miller, you know, it's already set. You could just have a quick scrimmage right there with whoever's you see. But I will say this, driving by Father Capodanno on, I think it's South Beach, whatever it is, the artificial turf that they got there, they are sweeping up the sand that's been left on there. And I saw mountains of sand on the field itself, so which tells me that they're starting to clean that up.
Yeah.
So, you know, I really can't see not being able to practice or play on Miller Field all season. I'd have to see it to believe that, really. You know, that's what I was told right now, but it's still surprising right now.
Well, I went to go see our friend the rodent, whatever you want to call him, the grasshopper, the beaver, whatever,
Oh.
Staten Island Chuck.
Staten Island Chuck. Yeah,
On
yeah.
Groundhog Day. Yeah.
I saw you on television. CTV had
yeah. I was right
You were in
behind
the
the
front
CTV
row.
yeah.
Yeah, you had a front row seat.
I was actually, I squeezed myself, my wife, and my kids into that press box over there.
Okay.
Next to the CTV
All
camera.
the politicians over there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and actually straight from Borough President James Molinaro's mouth was, we hope to have the children playing baseball and soccer by the summer. And that was before that we received any word that there would be a season. So obviously that didn't seem that encouraging.
But by the summer, that doesn't do us any good as far as soccer goes, because we're done by the summer. We're done.
But after I heard that, I think either a few days, a week or so later, you received the information that games would be played elsewhere.
Through other sources, I was told this came from. I really don't like putting names out there, but this person told me that he heard from a real high source, which was the president of the league, that there is going to be a season. So you know what? Until I'm informed, until we actually have some type of a meeting and stuff like that, it's not. I guess it's not concrete.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said again, I mean, not being able to use Miller, it's just that's going to be a big blow, a huge blow, probably a huge blow. That artificial turf, if they can get that, I mean, that'd be something that they could probably do quick, get that cleaned up.
Yeah.
The goal, that's one field there, but I'm sure they could turn that into smaller fields if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's actually what they did at Patrides last season.
Right.
They used, I think they made some U7 and U8 fields out of the U9 field that all girls are using. They sliced it in two.
It's kind of frustrating, just waiting around and not knowing what's going to be, where we're going to play, but it is what it is. We just have to sit tight, wait, and hopefully keep our fingers crossed. But they said that we're all going to have a season, so.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's definitely.
All right. As far as the Rampage, are you guys going into the next tournament? That's set in stone already, right? You got March.
Pretty much. I believe it's Saturday, March 2nd.
That's when you're.
It's afternoon, 1 to 5.
Okay.
Most of the parents expressed interest, so I just need some concrete answers by this weekend.
Right.
And we'll be in. So that actually came up pretty fast, because what happened was the U6 boys tournament for the Winter Classic was at the end of January, whereas the March Madness is at the beginning of March. So we actually had, whereas the Rush played at the beginning of January for the Winter Classic, and now they're playing in the middle of March. So all of a sudden, I get this email about this next tournament, and the parents are like, "Oh, we just played it,"
Right.
So, but I guess that's just the way that it worked out. For logistics, obviously, you're not going to have these boys playing 5 to 9 games at night.
Yeah, no, you can't have them.
So,
and they're on Sunday also, right? It's a Sunday afternoon.
yes, I believe it's Sunday, March 3rd.
Sunday,
March 3rd. Yes.
Yeah, I would have always gone with the boys playing the first tournament, like go in order, in age order. That's how I would do it.
But that's the way it worked out, so I'm sure. But I'm also excited about one more thing that I'm. Speaking about Richmond Town, I just got together with a few parents from the Rampage, and it looks like the formation of this is a little bit of a ways off, a season off. For the fall, I'm starting to form another U5 team.
Okay.
For my youngest son. So I already have.
So you have a bunch of kids already?
I believe I have about 4 or 5 players already. So that team looks like, we're probably maybe 3 or 4 players away from having a team already at this point, without even talking about the Richmond Town Clinic or any other, clinics.
So if you have 5 already set in stone, right?
Yeah.
You'll always have more kids coming in, joining. So,
yeah.
And that's a year from now, right?
Well, it's the fall. So you're talking about maybe 6 months. And the good part is, with the kids from the Rampage, having the kids, and I assure the parents at the practices, obviously are going to be one right after the other.
Right. So you're gonna have 3 teams on your schedule there, huh? You got your daughter and you got your 2 sons. So that's 3 different teams that you're gonna be involved in.
I'm all over the place.
I give you credit. I tell you that right now.
I'm all over the place.
I mean,
you know what though? It keeps you busy. It's fun. I love doing it.
Yeah.
So.
that's the whole thing. That's good. You love doing it. All right, Frankie. Moving along. What else is going on in Staten Island Soccer League? Anything else? Any other news that we could? You know what? We'll give a shout out to a couple of. I think we saw St. Charles Comanche coach.
Comanche.
We'll give her a shout out, Christine.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Even though she didn't like my new haircut.
What was wrong with it?
No
one's used to seeing you with hair. That's the problem.
I haven't had hair this long in about 10 years.
They want to see that noggin, Frankie boy.
Everybody thought I was bald.
What else is going on in Staten Island Soccer League?
Staten Island Soccer League. Let's see.
There's a lot of indoor travel teams are playing also now, right? I seen.
Yeah, I believe so. I know that the Rampage is sharing the gym. Speaking about indoor, with the Richmond Town Raspberries.
The Raspberries, that's
the
right.
U5 girls team. I believe you're familiar with the.
How's the
head
GM
coach
doing
and
over
the
there?
GM
Any
for
moves
that
this
team.
offseason or what?
I believe the trade market's been kind of slow.
Slow?
I don't think there've been any free agent signings. So.
Well, I could tell you this right now: if she doesn't make any moves based on their record last season, they got to add some players, no?
Well.
What was their record anyway?
I think they wound up with a pretty good record. I think they only got 5 games in though.
Well,
So
what was
this
their record?
season-
Doesn't matter. We had 6, so I mean. What was their record?
I think there was only. I don't know if they lost.
Oh, really?
I think they were unbeaten.
Oh, all right. So then we can't bash the GM on that
I
one.
want to say that they were unbeaten. I think.
Okay.
So we don't know about.
Well,
any
like a
personal-
2-0-3 type of season, like.
No, I believe
Were
it
they
might
ties?
have been.
Were there a bunch
I
of
believe
ties?
it might have been 4-0-1, if I'm not
was it?
mistaken.
All right,
I know the first game was a tie,
The first
I
game was a
believe.
tie. Yeah.
and
Okay. So any challenges
And then
between the
there's
two, the Rampage and the
well, I mean, I'm open to it anytime.
Rampage and Raspberry is playing?
I'm just waiting on them, pretty much.
Oh, so
I know
you
it's a boy-girl thing, so.
yeah, but the same age is the,
Yeah.
they're the same age, right?
They're
They're a year younger.
a year younger. They do have
Yeah.
some players that are my players' age.
Right.
So.
Yeah. You know what? At that age,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Even if they're a year younger, that is,
Yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Well, we've
much.
played, the Russians played the St. Charles. I think it was the Knights, the St. Charles
Knights,
We
right?
did play them a few times in the early on when we were U6.
They're
and
2
were
years
U8.
older than us.
Yeah.
And we gave them a nice run for their money. Right?
We did play. Yeah, we did. We played last season. We played the Richmond Town Red Bulls.
The St. Charles Knights
Remember?
that are extinct right now. I think that team is no longer in existence.
Or they had a name change.
Oh, they
or
changed their
something.
name, right?
They relocated, name change.
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever the correct way to say that is.
Well, yeah, they were 2 years older than our girls and
Yes.
our boys, but we played them pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, unfortunately, we did lose a player to a travel team.
Yeah.
You can never stop a player from growing, which is a great thing. Ellie's been from day one for 3 years now.
Yeah.
She's been dynamite for us and has done just about everything I think the team asked of her, like in every position, just about.
Yeah.
She did play every position, as a matter of fact, goalie and from keeper on up.
Yeah.
And we're definitely gonna miss her.
Yeah.
She's definitely gonna be missed and tough to replace, boy. But you know what? That's what makes it great, I think, from a coaching point, standpoint, where I have to try to get someone to. You can't replace a person, a girl like that. I don't really think, because she did it all, Frank, and you've seen it firsthand, and the videos don't lie.
And it's not even. It is the skill. Take nothing away from that. The skill, the work ethic,
Yeah, it's definitely
And-
gonna work.
and to top it all off, the leadership
Leadership too.
on that field.
Yeah, you got to give it to her parents also.
She really was, and was for the Rush, and will be for her new team.
Well, it's not really her new team, because
well,
she was
yeah.
playing travel and
Yeah.
and rec. Now she just dropped the rec, which you knew was coming sooner or later, which is fine. But yeah, whatever she's gonna do with the new team, I'm sure. I mean, that coach is probably excited that
Yeah.
that she's now dedicated 100% to that team.
Because she was like a field general.
Okay.
Positioning people
Yeah, she
while
was.
she was on the field, and that's hard to come by.
You're on Solar Rush Soccer Report, Frank. We have a phone call. Hello,
Hello?
you're on Soccer Report. All right, we might have some. Hello, you're on Solar Rush Soccer Report.
Every time I was on the Knights, every time we versed you, we destroyed your team.
Oh, okay. Who's this?
You know who I am.
Oh, I know who that is. Oh, I believe that's Paulie.
We were taking it easy on you.
Okay,
Taking it
That-
easy.
that's fine. You got to take it easy on us. You were playing a girls' team.
We were playing without a goalie,
You're playing a girls' team. You guys are boys. You were 2 years older.
and we had people on your team.
That's right. Okay. How you doing?
Good.
So what's going on?
Nothing.
You playing soccer now?
Yeah.
You playing indoors?
Yeah.
Where?
Hold on. Daddy!
All right. He's got to check with his dad. He doesn't know where he's playing. But yeah, getting back to Ellie's shoes, like really.
In the Lutheran church.
Oh, okay. So what's going on? Is it a season? You playing every week?
Yeah.
Okay. I seen your dad post that something about soccer. Is he playing too?
No, we playing practice.
Oh, it's practice. Okay. What's your dad up to? Does he want to get on the phone? Because I heard he went to a New York Cosmos tryout last week.
No, he doesn't want to talk.
He doesn't want to talk. All right. Any last words, Paulie? Maybe we'll rematch your team in the springtime.
Okay.
All right?
What you gonna do, brother?
All right, Paulie. Say hello at home. I guess that's a rest.
Next time you get shout-outs, remember my father.
All right, no problem. You got it. What's your father's name? Is it Ba? All right. Who's that?
Kinali.
Say it again.
Canalia.
Oh, Kinalia, right. Kinalia, all right. That's right. All right, Paulie. It's good talking
Okay.
to you. Keep working. Paulie, keep working on that soccer. All right, getting back to, she did everything. I mean, a coach's dream to have a player just come on, and play any position that you tell her to play. So, I mean, good luck to Ellie. And as we see behind us now, Brian just switched the photo. I call him the master. He's definitely the master Buffon, the Italian National League goalkeeper there. All right, getting back. We were at Ellie and the travel. We had some. I think I saw the United. I think there was a U10 team or U11. They just won a tournament indoors. I saw that recently.
Yes, it was the
Was it U10?
U11.
U11. Okay.
U11. You're referring to the Hot Shots, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I think
U11.
they just won a tournament. I believe. I mean, there's a lot of indoor stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. But unfortunately, the Rush not involved in any of it.
Well, you know what? I heard that there are some other tournaments that maybe we could look into for next year. I think there are some tournaments in Snug Harbor, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
It may not be a tournament. I think it may be a weekly indoor league for
Okay.
maybe somewhere between 4 and 8 weeks, I heard. So.
Well, we do have our players scattered around playing in different, a couple of travel teams. I know we have, I think it's Emily's playing, right? She's playing
Yes.
with United.
With
She's
the
out
United, I want to say Cosmos.
there. Is it the Cosmos? Right, it's the Cosmos. And speaking of that, Gabriella's been expressing to me that she wants to go travel. So, I mean, it's putting me in a tough spot. And I really, see, I won't go with the two. I want to focus on one. See, I'm not like you. You'll take anything on. And
I'm the juggler.
if she's gonna demand that she just wants to do travel. So I might have to, put in my papers and resign. Maybe we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna look into that, and if the travel team for her is what works, then that's the route we'll go. And I'll just be a soccer dad,
Yeah.
Just keep it as a soccer dad. Frankie boy, what do we got now going on? We covered everything else on the island. I mean, we're still waiting, basically, for the league to get to us
Yeah.
with some